Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your new moon reading for September 14th. So this new moon is in the sign of Virgo. So collectively, we could all be experiencing changes in our routine or just a deeper examination of those things, right? So we'll be paying closer attention to like our health goals, right? Like how much physical activity are we getting? Are we drinking enough water? Paying attention to our diets, right? Also like mental health, right? We'll be kind of checking in on that as well. There could also be themes of nature as well. So this is a really good time around a new moon that's in a sign of Virgo to really try to reconnect with nature. And remembering that new moons are all about kind of like settling your energy, right? It's a time to go inward. So new moons are about, it's very contemplative in nature, right? It calls for you to kind of hold back. It's not a very active moon cycle, right? It's about doing the inner work, okay? So during this time, we should be paying attention to just more of our like checking in on ourselves, right? So to speak. Let's see. So this is for Aquarius. So if you are an Aquarius moon, this should definitely hit for you. But if you have Aquarius also in your sun or your rising, or you were just led to this video, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading resonate with you in some capacity and that you are able to take the messages that you hear and apply them to your life for your own greatest or highest good. So we are going to use the Moonology Oracle to pull your messages, and we're going to be looking at 3 questions. We're going to be seeing what is rising in you, okay? So what are the major developments or themes that are relevant for you at this time? Secondly, we'll be looking at the main message of this new moon for you. And then third, we'll be looking at what's the final outcome for this cycle, for the completion of the cycle. So we're going to pull 3 questions and we're going to clarify them, give a little more texture to our reading with the New Era Elements Tarot. All right, let's get into it. So this is for Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising, okay? I also am doing, I just like released a birth chart analysis as well, so I can also help you with your natal chart if you want to know more about your personality or your weaknesses and challenges, and even just like your life's mission, right? I can kind of help you do that, right? There, I feel like everyone has a soul blueprint, right? And that's kind of the purpose of astrology, is making sense out of your life, right? For this time that we have on this planet. All right, so Aquarius, what is rising in you at this time? What is rising in you at this time? Ooh, that came up with some force. New moon eclipse. Expect powerful changes. Okay, so that's the energy that came out for you. Let me just go ahead and take a look at this. I'm not too familiar with what a full moon eclipse is. Okay, all right, new moon. So this is a new moon eclipse, okay? So expecting powerful changes. So whatever you are inquiring about at this time, this is like a sure sign that a yes is almost guaranteed to you. Also look at ways in which you are not living authentically, right? And deciding like what your life's purpose is. And at this time, you're going to be finding you're undergoing something where there's a very important turning point in your life, all right? Okay, so this is powerful new beginnings are at work here. And you could be feeling uncomfortable with all of these changes, but just remember that any new direction you take is going to lead you to somewhere better. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot. What are these powerful new changes that is happening with Aquarius? What are these powerful new changes happening with Aquarius? You've been waiting on something for some time. Yeah, something is definitely moving. You've been waiting. Okay, you've got the hangman energy here. You've been in limbo about something, and it's made you feel the sense of oppression or the sense of being so bogged down by like duties or responsibilities that it was getting hard for you to be in this position to just keep waiting. But I do see something changing. There's a very quick direction that's taking place with the Chariot. That's all about making swift action. So, but this is something that's going to happen, and I don't know exactly what, but this is something, we'll see what the main message of it is. But there's this energy that surrounds you of being in limbo for some time, and it's been burdensome for you to be in that position. And then very suddenly things just start moving in a direction, and I think it's going to be a positive direction, because that new moon eclipse is basically almost guaranteeing you a yes, right, or a favorable outcome for what you've been waiting so long for. Okay, so this could be waiting so long for a job or an opportunity of some sort, or waiting to hear news about something, right? And it's finally happening. So what's the main message of this new moon for Aquarius? What's the main message of this new moon for Aquarius? Main message. Okay. A time to give rather than take. This is the new moon in Virgo, right? And that is the exact moon that we are experiencing. So really dive into this new moon in Virgo energy, okay? Let's see. Have a look here. So at this time, this is asking you to commit or recommit yourself to exercise routines, like looking at your physical activity, or just evening routines, like what time are you going to bed? When are you waking up, right? Do you have a standard routine or a schedule at this point? And when you do that, you'll start to see these gradual improvements, right? Maybe it could be with your body or your mood, but things will get better once you start instituting some of these changes. This is also asking you to work on being of service to other people around you as well, okay? Virgo is a very service-oriented sign, so try not to be too about reflecting on yourself, and also be trying to be generous, right, with your time and energy with other people. So, okay. And just in general, to just organize your life, get yourself spend this time to get yourself kind of settled into, it could be a season change, right, that you're going into, but, or it could have something to do with this powerful change that's coming, right? Could potentially even overwhelm you, because when new things enter in our life, and we could have wanted this or prayed for it, but now it's time, okay, we've got this. How do we fall back and get into a routine? Like, for example, I know, like, when I started a new job about a year ago, how hard it was to get back to the gym just from changing jobs, and it just wasn't, I was just making excuses not to go because of my routine change. Whereas prior to that, like the way my schedule was, the way how close my job was, right, it was easier to go to the gym, right? So it's about a change that's happening, but you're gonna have to take care of yourself and others around you. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Clarify this for Aquarius. Okay. All right. This came out first. Adjustments are required. Look at that. This is the Justice card, okay? This is about doing things and being fair. You definitely have an ending coming. There is a chapter of your life that is closing, and I think that you really need, it's guaranteed success, just like we had said. This is the Six of Wands. You're guaranteed to have, but there's something about needing to change how you do things, right? And getting centered on that, right? And making those adjustments for what this newness that's coming into your life. You're going to have to adapt in order to usher this new cycle in a positive way that's healthy for you and others around you, okay? And then what's the final outcome of the cycle? Let's see the final outcome of the cycle for Aquarius. What's the final outcome of the cycle? And when I say a cycle, this is new moon to new moon, right? Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Okay. So this change, I think, could be maybe uncomfortable for you. okay? As you're going through it, it could be uncomfortable, okay? You could be experiencing challenges. That change could be providing a little bit of anxiety or challenge for you. And that could be especially true, like, you know, Aquarius, you are a very cerebral sign and also a very fixed cerebral signs. And so I'm also a fixed sign, I'm a Leo, so I understand like changes don't roll off so well when it comes to fixed signs, right? It takes us a long time to really accept that energy, what that change is going to look like for us, okay? So this could also mean just kind of like having there is definitely, because like Scorpio is associated with this birth, rebirth, transformative energy, right? So there could be something that you are experiencing that where you're pushing the boundaries on, okay? They say it also can herald like a sexier time as well. So you could find yourself having, like, in order to make this transition, some of the ways that you're healing yourself could be in a very like physical, sexual nature as well, okay? And that it's time to really make an investment, all right? So you got to work through those things. Can't do the same thing over and over and get different results. So I think you know that at this time. So you got to work through changing how you move, right, with things. Let's see. Let's clarify that. What are we moving through? Oh my God, I hate it when that happens. Okay, that is the Hierophant. So I'm not going to pick that up right now, but it's the Hierophant. We'll talk about what the Hierophant is. So the Moon, okay. Interesting. And the Empress, and you got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant could also be about a commitment of some sorts, but it's like a traditional type of thing. It could also be acquiring an education. So you could be studying something or going in school for something, and you could be having like maybe some self-doubts about that, okay? Because it might just be some things that you just don't know, right, with that Moon here. And so you could be having like illusions of not being able to get to where you want to go to. But I think what you're going to end up doing is, despite some of that uncertainty, and what you have to understand, like when we're starting something new, there is a lot of uncertainty, right, with things that we might not know. There's a learning curve, right, of catching up. And so, you know, if you like would just want to look competent and then you're feeling like you're just not measuring up to that, okay, this is asking you to continue to nurture whatever this new thing is that you're starting, and that you're gonna find like guaranteed success from that, right? But whatever it is, it's a new change. It's coming whether you like it or not, and I think you're actually going to be very happy about it. But just making sure that this new moon, that you are taking the time to make those necessary adjustments for you to kind of transition into this new change that you've got. You're going to work through these fears. You're not going to really know how to do it. It's going to take a lot of trial and effort and energy for you to get through it. But ultimately, you are committed to this, right? And you're committed to nurturing this, okay? This new opportunity. So I hope that was helpful for anybody who's an Aquarius who listened to this message in its entirety. Good luck with anything that you're going through, and congratulations if this is positive news for you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful season. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. And feel free to book me for a personal. I do new moon readings that are more personally detailed to your energetic frequency. And you can find more information to book in the description below. And it's also in the About section of this channel. So, all right, Aquarius, have a good day. Bye.